And let's get this party started. Good morning, Albert. Good morning, Jay. I'm just going to give everybody a minute or two to join and we will get this started. Okay, cool deal. All right. Good morning, everybody on YouTube land. We have our YouTube section up and running. If you guys need me to look at any tickers, please feel free to type them in the chat pane and I will get this started. All right, cool. How's everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday. It's looking pretty scary out there. I don't know if everybody got a chance to see some tweets by Jeremy Newsom over the weekend where he'd mentioned, we really shouldn't be taking out certain levels within a week or two, which I 100% agree, especially on the Qs, because there's really nothing stopping us until easy 320. So if we take this level out, and let me get rid of this real quick. And guys, please excuse me. I might have to pause every few minutes here and there. I just need to either sneeze or cough. I'm just not feeling too great today. So in case I just put myself on mute, just please excuse me for a second or two. All right. So the Qs are, they look a little tricky here. And I don't like the fact that we're already kind of sort of choosing to go lower. So, especially Jeremy said, especially within a week or two, which by what he means is we have that sense of urgency to recover. And if we don't recover, I do agree with him. We could easily come down to here, or maybe, come down to 335-ish, maybe trap some more bulls thinking we're going up a little bit and then roll over again. But really, realistically, these are a lot of bulls that may get out if things don't look very, very good, right? So I think we can all see how there might be some trap bulls that may want to exit their positions. So be cautious. My puts, well, I'm not in it with puts. I'm in it with shares. My shorts on the Qs are looking good right now. This is an interesting level. As far as day trading is concerned today, I'm looking to see if we take out this level right off the bat. Right at open, we just go boom down lower than this candle, then that would indicate a lot more weakness. Then I'd be interested in seeing what happens at 355 level. So just, kind of sort of low of this candle. But I did notice there's a lot of weakness everywhere else also. So I am being cautious. Today, if I am presented with a bear 10 EMA, I'm going to take it with confidence. With that being said, am I just going to go full bear mode on right at open? No, I'm gonna be cautious because this could very easily just be a trap as day traders, where we just come down here and bounce. So we're in that tricky area now where every new low is going to be a reason for the bears to get out. Right. So, we may see a bounce here and I'd be okay to see that bounce and play it bullish also. So we'll see whichever direction it wants to go in today. As far as day trading is concerned, I think the majority of the money lies in a bear play rather than a bull play. But if it presents me with a bullish trade, I'll take it. If it presents me with a bearish trade, I'll take that also. For a long-term picture, this is not looking very peachy right now. Let's go check out SPY. I see some comments. DKNG, yes. Hello. Good morning, guys. Let me close this thing out real quick. Okay, so SPY is below. It looks like a gap and go on SPY, which is kind of scary. This is really weak. It's not as strong as the Qs. It's almost opening at the bottom. And, SPY is already below those two levels that we pointed out on the Qs. So this is, I got to be honest with you guys, this is not looking very good. And I think bear trades today are going to be pretty fun. So let's see where SPY wants to go. Today it's, I see this head and shoulders. I see this ABC movement that's happening right now. The wave count looks like it's done. We were at resistance levels, so I feel like we could easily pull back a little bit more. On SPY, I would sort of aim around 420 and see if we can pull back a little bit more from there. But if I was in it with puts, or if I have, swing shares or whatever, then I would aim at 419, 420 area. We just solid another 10 points down. So today I'm gonna be looking out for bear trades on SPY, especially SPY, because it's looking a lot more like a gap and go. All right. Qs are actually pulling back quite a bit. Okay, let's check out DKNG. Microphone. Ooh, what happened here? What's the news on DraftKings? I really, really, really like this gap and go. It's a beautiful gap and go. Let's see if this holds. Actually, I think I would want to be long right at open. I mean, if you can do it pre-market, great, do it. For me, unfortunately, I have the hardest time getting filled on a larger quantity of shares at a pre-market, or just getting the price that I want. So, but I mean, this is a play that should be quickly played, and with a partial around 29.38. I'm not sure what the news is. Surely this is news related and whatever else is going on here, but this is 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of bears being trapped at this point. Where's this candle? I think I target 30, 20 as my final target for a day trade today. I would want to be in this pre-market. So, buy right at open or get filled right now and see if you can get a move up on this. You just have to be really, really quick about it. But I really like this gap. I'm gonna add DKNG to our list and keep an eye on it. See if it dips a little bit, then we might get lucky on it. So basically, the idea is that there's so many bears trapped here, guys, that at open, when they see a gap up like this, they're gonna want to get out. So imagine you being a short seller over here. And you were severely profitable down here. Today, you're a little bit less profitable because of this gap up. Even you over here, who's profitable, is going to want to get out, right? So that's what's happening over here. And I think it's looking pretty good. I like this gap. Upgraded the stock. Okay, cool. All right, cool deal. So their target is 37. Yeah, I mean, it is football season, so yeah, it makes sense. I'd want to be in it right now and see if we can get it up to 29.40 and then see where we go from there. Let me check on YouTube. Good morning, Daniel. How's it going? Feel free to throw me some tickers, YouTube, and I will go over them also for you guys. All right. Let's check out. The futures are really dropping right now. They're not really holding. Let's check out Netflix, only because it's been weak Sauceville on Netflix. It is a gap and go also. I was really interested in it earlier, but now that I look at it with a little bit more of a closer look, I don't really love this for a day trade. The ticker that I absolutely do love for a day trade is Apple today. Especially if this turns into a gap and go at open. I mean, we've got another 20 so minutes. So if we start opening below this candle and this candle right over here, I am really interested in trading Apple bearish today. At least down to 172. That would be where my target is for Apple today. So I'm being patient with this guy. I'm giving it a little bit more time. I see this head and shoulders on Apple. I see this double top on Apple. Weekly does not look very strong. There are so many things on Apple that are indicating a bear move and a pullback. So yeah, this is one ticker that I'm really interested in day trading today, especially if it opens as a gap and go. That would be really, really fun. So Apple moves up all the way. It is against my rules to short Apple. So I'm going to be a cautious short seller on Apple. But I mean, there are some plays you just have to take. So, and this happens to be one of those, and I'm going to keep an eye on it. Win says, good morning, RLT fam. Good morning, Win. Let's go check out NVIDIA. Sadly, I got out of this one on this day, and I didn't get the fill that I wanted. I wanted a 410 fill. I didn't really get that. I actually got out at 415, which was a little bit higher because it opened and it just started bouncing. So I got a really bad fill. But I mean, my short, the 10 EMA guys on a daily chart also works. I got in over here at 458, I think the day we took this candle out. So I made some decent money, a little bit more than 1R. So that was pretty nice with very small size on NVIDIA. So I'm out of NVIDIA right now. As far as day trade's concerned today, NVIDIA is in a tricky spot. So be very careful dealing with this guy right now. It's in between the 20 and the 10 on the weekly, and it's kind of sort of just bouncing around. So, decent level of support here, just like the Qs, decent level of support here. If we take this out, I don't know what's stopping it from filling this gap. And that's a whopping 100 point drop. So, yeah, it's just in that weird place where longs or shorts would be trapped in either direction. So I needed to actually just break down or go a little bit higher for me to actually take a play in this. As far as day trading is concerned on NVIDIA, it's doing something different than the broader market is. So maybe this could be our bullish momentum kind of play. If the markets decide to shift wins and go bullish again today, NVIDIA would be on top of that list. Let's check out Meta. Meta has been hovering around the 300 range for quite a bit now. I mean, it's been, so many days where I see the 300, it's consolidating really, really well. So there are two scenarios that I could see happen on Meta. Maybe this is a bull flag, and maybe we do something like this, if I could draw right. Or maybe it's just looking to break out and create this inverse head and shoulders scenario right now. Either way, Meta is it's in this bullish momentum right now. I wouldn't want to get in the way unless there is really some serious indication of us breaking down. I'd want to short Meta below these candles. I think that could get interesting, but we're not really gapping down below. There's not any interesting gaps on this guy. It's just an inside candle. All right, let's go look at our beloved Tessie and check that out. Great morning, Joe. How's it going? Okay, cool. All right, Tesla. At this point, I feel like, this gap fill is inevitable. I feel like a little bit lower is also definitely plausible. One thing I do know for sure is that I will buy a lot of Tesla 200. If it comes down and if it presents me with that opportunity, I will buy a lot of Tesla 200 for a long-term hold. As of right now, I see multiple ways this could play out. We could do a bear spread over here, or this thing could decide to do something like this and break down. Or we just go straight up, break down and down to 200. Again, a lot of this is going to depend on what the broader markets are doing. And Tesla just happens to be one of those tickers right now that's going to follow the broader markets. It's not doing anything individually based on news or anything else like that. But one thing I know for sure is that it shouldn't have taken out this level. And this is why this candle is so big on that day, because we took out an important pivot level that we really shouldn't have. So right now, I feel like for a day trade today, we would have to wait and see if we can become an outside candle, not an inside day candle. So either break down or go higher. I would like to see a short on Tesla around this level, especially if we can go up about, around 260. I think 260 is a really good level to go short on Tesla, but depends. I mean, are we going to pull up that much, or are we just going to collapse? Anything's possible on Tesla, guys. I mean, we could collapse today and come down to 230, and it would be completely okay. It's just the way Tesla trades. So today, nothing really is that exciting about it. We just wait and see which way it wants to go. I think maybe bullish is the way, unless we shift winds and everything goes down. A lot of tickers are just kind of sort of an inside day candle kind of tickers right now. No interesting gaps anywhere really. I did see something about JD earlier. Let's go look at JD. JD.com. I am not a very good imitator of that, but I think Falco did that really well, if you remember him. All right, okay, cool. JD, it's a gap and go. I get it, but it's one of those. When I look at a chart like this, it reminds me of it's so bad now. How bad could it really get? I mean, could this thing fall a little bit more? Sure, yes, it could, but it's beat down so much. You're scraping for the last bits of whatever shorts left. So yes, it's a good gap and go. Yes, I get it, but the downtrend has been established. There's a lot of bears profitable. They may want to take profits. Maybe we don't sink as much as we think we do. This has got to be news related. I know there's some news on Alibaba and they're launching a new product and all of that, but I think all of the Chinese, like I was looking at Pinduoduo, and that was also this is PDD. Yeah, so it was also kind of sort of doing bad earlier. All right, let's go look at Microsoft real quick, and then we'll go look at Microsoft. Is a good. Ooh, this is a good gap and go. I like this. So this one, we have a play here. Let's day trade this guy down to 311. I think that's an easy ride on Microsoft. What I'm going to do is try to get filled at open. See if we put in one green candle on the 1 minute chart and see if we can short below that. That's what my plan is on Microsoft, especially if this was a pretty indecisive candle, followed by a very small hammer. And I think we're looking to take that out today. So Microsoft definitely is a good play. I think we could easily go lower than 311 also. So Microsoft is being scooted up on top priority. And we'll see. All right. Did I already go over NQ? That's what GainSum says. No, I have not. Let's look at that real quick. All right, let's go check out the Qs. And let me turn off some of these indicators. All right, so the Qs, if you look at it on the daily chart, do not look very good, right? Like, and then the weekly, is just horrendous on the Qs. Again, for day trading levels, I was looking at these, hold on, just 1 second. 14,840, because on the 15-minute chart, we've bounced off of this level so many times. So at open, I'm going to expect something like this on the Qs. So let me draw a line here so I can show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so this was a level that the Qs held quite a bit. And if you go to some smaller timeframes, overnight sessions, you'll see it kept bouncing off of these levels. So at open, I'm expecting it to bounce a little bit, go up, trap some bulls thinking we're going higher. And then if we let go of this level again, then I feel like a rollover is inevitable. So that's what I would be watching out for. Again, this is not a very, we don't have a very big range kind of day today. So, we have levels that we could bounce off of. this is a level that I would absolutely be looking for some sort of a reversal. So, 14,800, 14,795-ish level. If we bounced and did that, this would be my final target. And I'm not saying we can't go any lower. We absolutely can go lower, but this is where some sort of another bounce would come back and then we would go a little bit lower. So I would take my targets over here and see if we can get a bounce, and then maybe look for another play down. So yeah, it's an easy 50-point ride down, which is pretty decent on NQ. So today I would be watching out for this and then a reversal down to here is what my plan is on NQ. If you want here, I will copy this link and put it in YouTube. There we go. So you have those, yeah, there you go. So you have that link also. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna just chop around. I don't think today is gonna be an easy day where we just kind of go, oh, let's go up and let's go bullish, or let's go down and let's go bearish. I think it's gonna be one of those days where it's just gonna take its time deciding which way it goes. But if I had to bet, I would bet on the bear side a little bit more than the bull side. I think we're weak everywhere and the cracks are starting to show now. Especially on some of the bigger names like Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia. Netflix has already cracked quite a bit. So yeah. All right, Coinbase. I don't know. I have this on the list. I think it was from previous time when we were looking at it. I think it was a beautiful gap and go that did not go on that day, which was kind of annoying. Coin is doing something different than the broader market. There's not much to see here for me, honestly. So I'll circle back to this. I think there's better tickers that we can take a look at. Let's go check out Google. Google is at an interesting spot also. I mean, I was really, really hoping that we took out this double bottom and went higher, but we did not. Today, Google would qualify for the daily 10 EMA setup. So, we take out this candle, I think Google can easily come down to 126, 127 level, or even go fill this gap. I mean, we're really not that far off, right? And it could easily come down. As far as trend lines are concerned, Google is at that trend line right now where we really should not be taking that level out. Weekly, let's check that out. Just like Nvidia, this I could see happen very easily. In a rollover. And honestly, guys, I feel like every top that's got a head and shoulders, I feel like that's a much more stronger reassurance kind of pattern than a double top. Or like I was looking at the head and shoulders in 2008, and then the crisis before that. Like it's visibly out there. Again, I'm not comparing this today to any big crisis levels or anything like that, but I feel like head and shoulders are such strong patterns that we shouldn't be ignoring. Netflix had a beautiful Meta had a beautiful head and shoulders before it collapsed on earnings that one time. All right, let's go look at Shop real quick. Shop is going to go fill this gap now. It's just weak. It should not have let go of this level, and it should have 100% bounced at 60. The fact that it did not, everybody that bought here, everybody that bought here, everybody that bought for this gap up is going to get out and fill this gap now. It's going down to 50, 47, 48 level. I feel like Shop is going to be a great candidate once again around 45, 46 level for a move up. But until then, I'm not looking to bull trade Shop at all. I think everyone and their mom, all of these bears know that we could easily go fill this gap down. So no one's in a rush to get out of their bear positions, and no one's in a rush to get back in either. So Shop is not going to be a good bull play. I think the moving averages are going to have to come meet it rather than us going to the moving averages. So just be cautious with Shop Just be careful around that. Amazon had a rough day the other day. I think it was on this day that I was watching it. Just wasn't going at all whatsoever. I don't like this 10 EMA per se because it's followed by, 6-7 candles in a row of the red ones. If we came down here and then went up a little bit, I'd be interested in that 10 EMA, not this one per se on the daily level. Amazon also not really a great gap. It's a meh, kind of whatever inside candle. For a day trade, I'm not really digging anything here. Let's see who else. AMD is at this very interesting level, even on a weekly chart. So I don't like the fact that we've given up 100 on AMD, and we are constantly dragging lower. I also don't like the fact that we're breaking down on this trend line. I'm watching AMD very, very closely for a little tiny bit of a bounce and see if we can come back up to that 100 level to get that rollover again. As far as a day trade's concerned, not much, still an inside candle. Let's go visit Microsoft. Did it come down a little bit? Oh yeah, this is turning into a gap and go. Yep, I like this. Microsoft it's got to be your day trade of, the ticker for a day trade today. I wouldn't be looking anywhere else other than Apple and Microsoft today. Easy gap and goes. I think it can easily come down to here. What does it look like on a weekly chart? Yeah, not much. I mean, as a matter of fact, we could go a little bit lower also. So I'm gonna be watching Microsoft and Apple exclusively today. Thoughts on Bud? Let's go check out Bud. Ooh, it's a cute gap down. It is the problem is with this guy, it's got way too many profitable bears, right? So it's a retest gap, and I would be honestly, and I think you know this too, I'd be looking for this gap fill. So I'd be looking for that bullish momentum rather than the bearish momentum. Just so many people profitable at open, they may want to take profits. Let's go look at it on a smaller time frame. What I'm trying to see is, was this gap bigger? So was it, are we already filling gaps? That's what I'm trying to see. Let's see what it looks like on the pre-market. 54.49, and we're at no, this is where it gapped down to. Okay, great. So I was hoping that the gap, was bigger, like down here, and we've already started to get bought up. I'd be more interested in playing this bullish, honestly, and that too right at open. I'd wait for one big bear candle on the 1-minute chart and then see if we can take that out to the bull side, just till the gap fill. Then I don't know, because on the daily, it's taken out pretty strong, resistance level. Support level, which will become resistance now. So I could easily see this bouncing up and then rolling over. But for a day trade, I think this is your play more than the downside. Bud's at 54. I don't even know what's going on out there in the markets. It's really weak. All right, guys, the markets are opening. Do I mind showing you the indicators? Yes. Yeah, I have 7 of them, but I rarely use any of them, honestly. This is a question from YouTube. So here's the Bollinger Band. I don't really use it. I have the EMAs, the 10 and the 20. SMAs, I rarely use it. I'll turn it on to see if we're at levels of support. Inside bar alert, VWAP, and the SVP, and then the volume. That's about it. I don't really use anything other than the 10 and the 20. But yeah, that's what I have so far. All right, guys, YouTube land. Unfortunately, it's time for me to say goodbye to you guys. I will see you guys again next Tuesday.